Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fit and healthy. So, dear students, as you know that we were doing superclass tetrapoda, and we have to start with today Aves class under superclass tetrapoda. So, first of all, the important distinguishing feature is that there is feathers on the members of the aves. So feathers, we know they are found in birds. So this means that the aves class include all the birds. So all the birds are present in class aves and they have feathers which makes up their exoskeleton. This is the first important point. Then the role of this feather, it helps in flying and it prevents the loss of heat from the body of the bird. Then the next important feature is that they are warm-blooded animal, and we know this term that warm-blooded animals are also known as homeothermal animals. So homeothermal animals are those animals which can maintain their constant body temperature. Means their internal body temperature does not vary according to the outer temperature. So they have a constant stable internal body temperature, and such animals are known as homeothermal animals. So the birds and the mammals, they are homeothermal animals. Next important feature of birds is that their body is same as that observed in fishes. It is streamlined body. So the streamlined body shape, it helps in flying and it overcomes the resistance. So the streamlined body shape, it helps to minimize the resistance during flight. Then the skin is dry and non-glandular except at one position gland is present, and that position is tail, and the name of the gland is uropygial gland. Uropygial gland is also known as preening gland, and this uropygial gland secretes oil, and the name of the oil is known as preen oil. So what happens is that this is the tail, this is a bird here. This bird has a tail, and this at the tail there is a gland present. Only at the tail, at a point, there is a gland present that is known as uropygial gland. Otherwise the whole body except one position is dry and non-glandular. So you have to remember this point, that the gland is present on tail and the name of the gland is uropygial gland, which is also known as preening gland, which secretes oil, that is known as preen oil. So this preen oil, it helps in making the body of the bird moist. So what happens, the bird transfers this oil by rubbing its head and beak along this oil gland, and thus by rubbing its beak on this uropygial gland, that is known as preening gland, it spread this oil to whole of the body. So we have studied up to 3 points only in aves class. First one is the birds, they have feathers on their body that makes up the exoskeleton. Then their body is warm blooded, that is they are homeothermal. Body shape is streamlined body shape, and the skin is dry and non-glandular except at one position in tail. Gland is present, and that is known as uropygial gland, which secretes oil. Then the another feature is endoskeleton. Endoskeleton consists of bones. So bones are present in their skeleton, that we know. But what type of bones? The bones are hollow in nature, and hollow bones are known as pneumatic bones. Then the digestive system. Digestive system is complete digestive system, but in the digestive system special organs are present. They are known as gizzard and crop. So gizzard, it is used for crushing and churning of food, and crop is for storage purpose, storage of food. So let us assume this is the digestive gland, digestive system starting from the beak, that is its mouth. So beak is a modified jaw. So jaw is modified into a beak which represents its mouth. So here is the digestive system. This digestive system opens into a organ known as crop which stores the food, and then there is another organ that is known as gizzard. Gizzard, it is a muscular organ which is crushing and churning of the food, used for crushing and churning of the food, and therefore this gizzard is very important since it helps in mastication of the food, means crushing and churning of the food. Then in birds, the circulatory system, it is 4-chambered heart. In birds and mammals, the heart is 4-chambered. Then in reproduction, you have to remember that they show sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means the male and female birds are separate, and the lungs, they have air sacs present. Then the examples you have to do: pigeon, the scientific name is known as Columbia livia. Parrot, it is Cyticula. Then peacock, it is Pava cristatus. So these are the scientific names of some of the birds you have to do in your syllabus. Then another important class we will see about mammals. So mammals, you all know that mammals, they have a very distinguishing features. We are already familiar with most of the distinguishing features of mammals. That is, first one, they are homeothermal. They are warm-blooded animals. They can maintain their constant stable internal temperature, and they have mammary gland present on their body. So females have mammary gland to nourish their young ones. Then limbs. There are 4 limbs, hind limbs. 4 limbs means arms and hind limbs means legs. And they are pentadactyl. Pentadactyl means 5 fingers are present in mammals, such as in man there are 5 fingers present. So the pentadactyl limbs are present. Then external ear or pinna, it is very important feature, since in the previous classes which we have observed, there was no external ear present. Pinna was not present. So external ear or pinna, it is present only in mammals. Then diaphragm. Diaphragm, it separates the chest cavity from the lower abdominal cavity. So diaphragm is another important feature. Circulatory system consists of 4-chambered heart, and in dentition you have to remember 3 terms: thecodont, heterodont and diphyodont. So thecodont means, you know, our teeth they are embedded in the jaws. When the teeth are embedded in the jaws, then such a condition is known as thecodont. Then heterodont. Heterodont means different types of teeth are present in us. So different types, such as incisors are present, then canines, sharp pointed teeth. Then afterward premolars and molars are present. So there are different types according to the shape. The types are there. So different types of teeth are present, and such a condition is known as heterodont dentition. Then diphyodont. Diphyodont condition means, in our case, there are 2 sets of teeth present. In mammals, there are 2 sets of teeth present. For example, in children, the children teeth, they are replaced by the adult teeth. So 2 sets of teeth are present. Children teeth, they are replaced by the permanent set of teeth in mammals. So therefore, the dentition is diphyodont. And there is corpus callosum present, which separate the 2 halves of cerebrum. So another feature is that in the nervous system, you have to remember the point that the 2 halves of cerebrum, that is separated by corpus callosum. Then the examples are bat, whale and mammals. Bat, whale and man. So this is all for today. Take care everyone.